shut up. Tired of it. You always crying. Shut the up. And you know what? Honestly, I've been quiet this whole time. You talk about me running to the internet, you big ass dumbass bitch. You went on Instagram Live and literally lied to your 12 million followers saying I don't write my music and I owe 900K and all this little dumbass weird ass shit. You're weird as
Just when it appeared the two had finally moved on and their messy, drama-filled split was over, tensions have exploded yet again. Man, the Lil Yachty vs Karrahbooo situation has now escalated a million times worse. 5 months ago, back in August, after rumors and negative accusations began spreading all over the internet, Lil Yachty took to Instagram Live, crashing out, revealing what he claimed to be the truth about Karrahbooo's career.
What are we talking about, bro? What are we even talking about, bro? You don't even do nothing. You disrespectful, bro. I changed your life.
However, despite single-handedly destroying her reputation in one night, Karrahbooo is now firing back at her former boss. Not only stating that Yachty is full of lies, but now taking aim, revealing new evidence of her own. And as Karrahbooo attempts to expose everything herself, this ugly back-and-forth situation is finally starting to make sense. Since first hopping on the mic to record music just 2 years ago, Karrahbooo's career path is one of the most unique we've ever seen. Born and raised in Atlanta, prior to signing to Lil Yachty's Concrete Boys record label and then getting called out during his infamous Instagram rant, the truth is Karrahbooo actually began as Lil Yachty's personal assistant.
We got really close after that, I became his assistant and we got really close during that.
While her specific duties were unknown, according to Karrahbooo, she initially served as Yachty's day-to-day assistant after connecting through mutual friends. But today, if you ask the fans though, many like to theorize that the real reason the two's fallout has been so messy is because their relationship was a bit more personal. No way they weren't dating, that's the only way this breakup makes sense, one of the top comments speculates. First, referencing back to January of 2023, when Lil Yachty and Karrahbooo made headlines after saying this.
y'all talking about one night this, one night that. He can't even last one round.
At first, fans were confused what exactly Karrahbooo meant when saying Yachty can't last one round. Stop with this lame shit, she was talking about fighting, Lil Yachty attempted to clarify. Stop being weird. But in addition to again countless comments agreeing with this theory, as we're about to see in a second, these new text messages that Karrahbooo recently leaked have only raised more questions. Hey, I love you, Lil Yachty allegedly sent. Very interesting messages considering their recent beef. However, before we learn why they are both trying so hard to expose each other on the internet, and before we learn what Karrahbooo surprisingly claims is really going on behind the scenes, again, Yachty was the one who first helped Karrahbooo get into the industry, offering her a job back in 2022. Clearly, Karrahbooo did not do a good job though, cause only a few months later, she was fired. But, as it soon turned out, getting fired was exactly what Karrah needed to launch her music career.
I became his assistant and we got really close during that. And then he fired me and then I dropped the first song that I ever made, and then he called me and was like, what's up with it? Signed. Now he we super close. He's funny as and he's a good person, he actually cares.
I can guarantee she wouldn't say that anymore. But Karrahbooo's first ever single would release in October of 2022, titled Money Counter, as she claims after sending her first song over to her former boss Lil Yachty, he then changed his mind and reached back out. And while it is true that Karrahbooo did go on to sign with Yachty's Concrete Boys record label and collective a year later in 2023, joining fellow rappers Draft Day, Camo, and DC2 Trill, but as we also know, there are two sides to every story. And as you'll notice throughout this entire video, the two sides of this story are extremely contradicting, starting with the rumor that Karrahbooo has never written any of her own music.
You ain't never wrote a song in your life. That's why ain't no music came out since you been left. Cause you ain't got no music. Cause you can't rap.
As just one of the countless shots Lil Yachty threw at Karrahbooo during his viral Instagram Live, he straight up told Karrahbooo you can't rap, and explained that he was the one who had actually been writing all of her songs this entire time. However, along with being embarrassed in front of millions, Karrahbooo begged to differ. On Everything I Love, Money Counter was the first song I ever made at 6 a.m. drunk in an apartment, she tweeted. My friends encouraged me to drop it, so I did randomly, and the day I dropped, I started getting calls, clarifying that she wrote the song herself. So, who is really telling the truth here?
What do you think is the biggest misconception about you? The biggest one.
Oh gosh. That I don't write my music.
Karrahbooo claims that one of the biggest misconceptions is that she doesn't write her own music. Combined with her former boss and much bigger artist literally stating that to the public, proof to back up Lil Yachty's ghostwriting statements would then come with this Instagram story shortly after. Likely one of the reasons you first heard about Karrahbooo. Back in late 2023, the Concrete Boys went viral thanks to their On the Radar freestyle, and with the sole girl of the group, Karrahbooo's verse at the end being the clear standout. As we've since learned though, through concrete evidence, we've since learned that Karrahbooo did in fact not write her viral verse. Take a listen here to Yachty's reference track that he went on to leak as proof.
Nigga that I trust to knock off the dust. Or with that sack under my arm, stacking up a must.
Ain't no nigga that I trust to knock off the dust. Walk her that sack under my arm, cause stacking up a must.
What the are we talking about, bro? I wrote that verse when we went on the radar. I put you last on purpose, so everyone would say, who the that girl? I slowed the beat down. I put 808 specifically on your verse, so when it got to your part and the beat dropped, everyone would be like, oh, the girl is the craziest one.
Yachty basically took credit for their viral On Their Radar freestyle. But as we're about to see yet again, Karrahbooo would go on to say the exact opposite and claim that it was all her idea. At this point though, following Lil Yachty's Instagram live last year in August and then posting proof of his ghostwriting help, many fans believed this was the end of Karrahbooo's music career. And although I've already broken down in more detail exactly what led to their messy split in a previous video, despite a fake meme circulating that she is now an Uber Eats driver, considering we're still talking about Karrahbooo months later, the fact is she has been able to keep her name buzzing due to all this drama with Lil Yachty. But since my last video of part 1 about the situation, everything has only spiraled significantly worse. The exact reason behind Karrahbooo's initial departure from Concrete Boys is still unknown. However, the dark, twisted truth about Karrahbooo's contract is finally unfolding. What started off as such a great year in 2024 for Concrete Boys as a whole, including the release of their first ever compilation album and then first ever tour together in the summer. However, as soon as fans started noticing that Karrahbooo was suspiciously missing from the last of their shows and all of their festivals, speculation sparked that something was going on behind the scenes, which then, only 2 days later in July, that speculation was confirmed.
I don't want to say this. I'm going to say this one time, right? We have split ways with Karrah as far as this concrete shit. I don't have nothing to say, nothing bad to say, nothing negative to say about Karrah. I wish her the best.
In addition to announcing their split, despite saying he was done speaking on Karrahbooo, just 24 days later though, in August, after negative rumors and accusations about Yachty and his label started spreading, all thanks to a Red Lobster employee, as I explained in my previous video, and also combined with multiple subtweets from Karrahbooo herself, Lil Yachty had finally had enough, leading to him then exposing what he believed was the truth about his former artist.
Internally, we have withheld your actions since the beginning of me giving you this career. What are we talking about, bro? What the f are we even talking about, bro? You don't even do nothing. What the f? Yo, bro, it's so crazy to me, bro, because I've given you a career, and time to time you just disrespect me. I wrote every verse you've done. I dressed you. I dressed all 5 of y'all niggas, bro. You disrespectful, bro. You talk to people crazy. You tell people that they are nothing. You tell people you gonna spit on them. You $900,000 in a hole, and I got every receipt, nigga. $900,000 concrete in a hole. I got every receipt, and I'ma post it. I dare you, try me. Try me, I'ma post it, nigga.
Lil Yachty definitely did not hold back at all. From exposing that he has written all of Karrahbooo's music, styled her and the rest of the group, telling the world that she is a bully and extremely rude off camera, and then even revealing that his label, Concrete Boys, is apparently $900,000 in debt due to Karrahbooo's failure. This Instagram Live was a bombshell out of nowhere. But again, it's important for us to remember there are two sides to every story, and despite significant damage already done, Karrahbooo has finally started to reveal hers.
I just want to say something. I'll just have some things to say, but I'm being silenced. I'm being silenced.
Aside from aggressively peeling an orange, Karrahbooo first went on IG Live herself to tell us that not only was Lil Yachty's entire story cap, but also that she is being silenced and isn't allowed to speak on the situation. At first, it was very clear that Karrahbooo was nervous and shy about what's going on, with legal reasons likely playing a large factor. However, this is far from the behavior we witness from her today, as we'll see in a second, literally typing out this long paragraph for us to read in her latest video. But this first live of hers wearing those weird glasses though was in September, and just a month later in October she made her return. Leave emotions out the business, get this money for my folks, you dig? Karrahbooo posted to her Instagram, check YouTube, link in bio. Out of nowhere on October 21st, Karrahbooo released her first single since the drama, titled SBM. With a description reading, "Leave that hating shit in the bleachers," this new song was shared exclusively to her YouTube channel. But this was just the start. That very next day, Karrahbooo would then appear as a guest on an episode of DDG's podcast, not only revealing her reason for releasing new songs exclusively on YouTube, but also going on to finally speak more about all the rumors.
I've been ready to drop since, you feel me? Like, I was never allowed to drop before. Couldn't even put no snippet, like, for a minute, like a long time. Now shit is moving. Like, my situation is kind of moving. So I'm able to drop on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Noticeably, without ever calling him directly by name, Karrahbooo again explained her, quote, overly sticky situation with Yachty and her label. But she didn't stop there, continuing on to explain her side of the On the Radar ghostwriting drama.
On the Radar wanted to do me again, because I already did it. And I said, let's do Concrete. Let's do the whole, all of us. I'm rewriting the verse. I wrote it like 4 times. Like, and then like my boss was, people wasn't with it or whatever. And I didn't really like it that much either, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't want to do it because I didn't have my shit together. Like, I didn't like my verse. And it was the night before, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. And then bro literally like did a little voice message and sent it to me on the bus. And I'm like, this sound good. What people don't know is like, put the beat switches on there, but they didn't like the beat switches, so they took it off. But when we got there, I was like, y'all, this loop is boring. Like, people aren't gonna pay attention. Like, I'm keeping my stuff on, like, so y'all don't want me to flex on you, but me have only beat switch. You feel me?
Yeah.
Boat used writers for Let's Start Here. He had a whole team of writers. Like, what are you doing, bro? He can't. My bad. Ugly. Next.
No, everybody.
Attempting to clear up the allegations while also throwing more shade at Lil Yachty in the process, claiming that he's a hypocrite and used an entire team of his own writers to help write his Let's Start Here album. As you could guess, this clearly upset Yachty. No one has ever wrote for me, just for the record, he typed in the comments of Academic's post. However, Karrahbooo continued to argue the opposite. The very next day came this first Instagram story from Karrahbooo, sharing the Spotify playlist titled Written by Jacob Portrait, which, as you can see, includes Lil Yachty's song The Black Seminole from his latest album. Good night, reads Karrahbooo's next story. Now, the truth is, receiving help and assistance writing lyrics in the studio is a very common practice for even the biggest artists in today's industry. And considering that Lil Yachty has helped write multiple platinum hits in the past for other massive artists, such as Drake or the City Girls, not to mention too that Karrahbooo's flows always sounded very similar to Yachty's, it's easy to understand why fans believe this was the case. But yet, that still hasn't stopped Karrahbooo.
Who ain't writing? Who ain't writing? Who ain't writing? What you say? My family worried about me hearing in my...
No hard feelings, but you not finna keep lying on me, reads another one of her stories, allegedly showing us receipts that Yachty had no involvement with writing her biggest solo song, Running Late. This the best song I made, I feel, said Karrahbooo, which, after then realizing she accidentally just sent the beat, wow, amazing, Yachty excitedly responded, then followed by another post showing us Running Late is her most streamed song, once again attempting to disprove Yachty's previous ghostwriting claims.
You ain't never wrote a song in your life. That's why ain't no music came out since you been left.
Yeah, they definitely going through a breakup. One of the top comments reads, nah, they was dating, ain't no way it's this deep. Seeing again how messy their split has been, these rumors of a more personal relationship though would only skyrocket following these next stories from Karrahbooo. Hey, I love you, Yachty allegedly texts, love you too, have a good day, thank you, you too. Now, Karrahbooo made sure to circle both Lil Yachty's contact name, which was saved under Bodie, and also the date being yesterday. Trying to hurt each other on the internet is stupid. I want no parts, but you gon' stop lying on me. I'm putting my foot down, young man. I'm confused, Karrahbooo, a fan responds in her DMs after these stories. Me too, she types back. But regardless of the exact terms of their relationship though, as an artist, you never want to have beef with the one basically in control of your entire career. Why won't you drop? Asks one fan in her comments. All I ever wanted was to drop, Karrahbooo responds.
I mean, speaking of new music though, looking into 2025, do you have plans for a project? Will we get an EP, anything from you coming soon?
I pray to God I'm able to release a project.
Yeah.
I have music just
sitting
in my notes app looking at me like, let me out.
What's holding it? What's keeping it in bondage? Things out of your control.
Paperwork.
Karrahbooo has only continued to use this excuse that her label and Lil Yachty are holding her back from dropping new music, essentially sabotaging her career in the process. However, as each week passed and as Karrahbooo was losing momentum by the day, 1 month ago on December 12th, she decided to finally hop on Snapchat of all places to get some things off her chest, as this time it was Karrahbooo's turn to fire back.
So since you already think I'm on internet and all this weird ass shit, like, let me just go ahead and just do that for you. Like, let me go ahead and like tell everybody what you want. I'm not going for it no more. I promise you I'm not. It's one thing to talk shit, but you are lying. You lied. Nigga gonna say I'm running to the internet to talk down on him. I said, nigga, I didn't even say your name or nothing. He said, but you're signed to me. So that's like, shut your ass up. Shut up. Tired of it. You always crying. Shut the fuck up. And you know what? Honestly, I've been quiet this whole time. You talk about me running to the internet, you big ass, dumb ass. You went on Instagram Live and literally lied to your 12 million followers saying I don't write my music to call me an internet bitch. And you are literally just an industry nigga. Like, you are not a real person. You're just an industry nigga. Like, I got a line between my forehead because I'm stressed out, bitch. I know y'all's Lord and Savior Lil Yachty said he dropped me. He lied. I'm still on the contract. I wish he dropped me. I put it on my dad. I put it on my sister. I put it on everything I love. I do not owe 900K. I promise to God. I have nothing to lie about. Fun fact, I never actually got any money from any song I've ever done. So,
According to Karrahbooo's side of the story, she is still signed under contract with Lil Yachty, who once again has been purposely ruining her career and opportunities. Also making the shocking claim that she has never received any money from any song she's ever done. But Karrahbooo is far from finished answering questions from fans.
I put this on God, my little sister, my dead best friend. No, I did not. We never did nothing ever like that. Nothing. Like, he was never on that with me and I was never on that with him. So this really drives me crazy because, like, y'all just disgust me. Like, ugh.
Despite many fans' belief, Karrahbooo says that her and Yachty's relationship has never been any more than friends and business partners. However, what I found even more interesting though was when Karrahbooo talked about their recent communication, going on to tell us this.
I text him like, bro, you such a bitch. Nigga text me, pop out. What, are we gonna hook, bro? Like, this thing's so irritating to me. I start just cussing him at the fuck out. He over here like, I'm done with you. I'm dropping you. Oh, this is the 7th time you've done that, so this doesn't hurt me. The only reason I was getting mad as today is because he just keep dragging it. Like, just keep playing with me at this point. Like for example, he told me out. His new plan is he wanted to bring me out on Rolling Loud. I said, I'm not coming out on your Rolling Loud. You don't need me. Like, you need to come out on my shit. You did me wrong. So he like, okay, I'll come out on your shit. I got my whole set planned and everything, right? I haven't heard from this nigga in a couple days. He acting weird. He ducking me. I keep hitting him up like, what's up with you, bro? Like, nigga, look what y'all have done to me. Why the f would I just be happy giggling, just be all the way like, what the f? This is why I'm so mad, because he just been dragging me along, changing his mind every fucking day. Like, we on a call today, right? He's him out. I just know that you're not all the way in it, and I'm just very scared that you're just gonna run to the internet after a minor inconvenience. I said, me? I know you lying, bro. You are the only one who does shit like that. He was like, I never did that. I said, gang, you literally got on live in front of your 12 million followers and lied on my whole shit. Like, discredited my work, all type of weird shit. Like, bitch, touch grass. Why he respond, what? I never lied. I said, huh? I said, what do you mean, bro? You said I owe 900K and you wrote all my songs. He said, I did write all your songs. You only wrote like one song. Like, you don't know how to rap. Like, bro, what? Literally last week you were saying you're sorry for lying and you were just upset and you were having lean withdrawals. Like, bruh.
Right in the midst of their public feud, Karrahbooo revealed that she and Yachty have been in secret talks behind the scenes, also hinting at a possible desire to rekindle their friendship, and claiming that Lil Yachty even agreed to come out and perform with her at Rolling Loud. However, as we now know, that would obviously never materialize. And as it currently stands today, this entire drama-filled situation is honestly a he said versus she said type of case, leaving it up to us to decide who we think is the victim. As they continue to make claims against each other, it feels like every week, and then saying that the other person is lying, including Karrahbooo saying this on Instagram as well, about another Atlanta rapper, Young Thug.
Young Thug was in jail checking for me. I told Bo, I was excited, I told him. He like, what the f can that nigga do for you from jail? I'm like, oh, you such a hater, bruh.
But this time, Lil Yachty was very quick to respond. Lying for attention, I wish you well, he posted on his story, once again calling cap on Karrahbooo's quotes.
Karrahbooo, what would an ideal, perfect 2025 look like for you?
Being able to just like share all the music I've been working on.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be ideal.
As the situation stands, Karrahbooo is still under contract with Lil Yachty and his label. And although she told DDG on their podcast that she is planning to transition over to a new label as soon as she is released, in the meantime, Karrahbooo would drop another new single exclusively to her YouTube channel on January 6th. A 1-minute 44-second track titled Bossy Boo. In addition to production handled by Bobby Critical, also came this typed out note in the description, from Karrahbooo herself. I didn't get dropped, I'm still signed, hence the reason I have not been able to drop. I was advised not to drop this way and to do it through the quote label, the one that said they dropped me but would not let me go because they wanted me to stay, lol. The one that has repeatedly lied on my name to make me look bad in the media and has been pushing away bookings and deals. I could keep going, but the point is this industry is weird and confusing, and this is all messy AF and taking up too much time. They dragging it. I tried to listen and do it the right way, but it's been 6 months now, so I'ma go ahead and try my way. Now, I agree with Karrahbooo here when saying that all this drama has been extremely dragged out. But as she continues to wait to be released, we did see Karrahbooo link up with Lotto and serve as an opener on her recent month-long tour, in which she also had this clip circle the internet as she calls out a hater in the crowd. If you've seen my first video about Karrahbooo and Yachty, you know that Karrahbooo has had bad attitude issues in the past, and quickly grew a poor reputation in Concrete Boys of treating other people like
I love you, Cole.
A lot of people be playing with you. I don't be liking that.
They don't know me though, and I don't blame them because they don't know me because I don't be clearing it up. I don't be talking about it.
At the age of 27, there is no doubt that Karrahbooo has been through a lot these past 6 months, all in front of the eyes of millions. However, there is also no doubt that this back and forth drama has helped keep Karrahbooo's name in the conversation.